Welcome. So welcome to Big Dick's Picks. And no, this is not a dick measuring contest. This is your one-stop shop for all your sports gambling comedy podcast needs. And you might notice that I have a different tone. And that's because it's a brand new year. And guess who's coming out of the gates hot? It's Big Mo. I'm gonna come out of the gates hot, and I'm getting fired up, and I started out slow, and I don't give a shit, because guess who's coming to the top of the leaderboard?
Not you.
Mo. Big Mo. Big Mo. Big Mo.
We're not chanting that. We're not doing it.
Man,
Are we in a library?
I was about to say, big 1-for-3 Mo. He's a great guy. I adjusted his at work, gave him a new plaque for his desk. It just says big 1-for-3 Mo. A classic -110 victory.
Hey, what's your record in 2024? Oh, 0-0, just like all of us.
Yeah, baby, that's what I love to hear.
Guess what, boys?
You know what? Wait, do you hear if there was just a big slam, that was my dick falling onto the desk after that Packers win.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't that big of a slam. You know what? Average is okay for some of us, EPR.
It is for some of us. That's fair. That's fair.
It sounded like someone dropped Play-Doh. It sounded like a little bit of Play-Doh, like rolled out of a child's hand and just...
It's not about the size of the tool. It's about how you use it. It's about how you use it.
Let's leave children's hands out of this.
You know what? You have a flathead driver, but you're looking for a Phillips head? It might just not work. You gotta know how to use it.
All right, boys. We're getting off the rails for this first episode of 2024. I'm Big Mo. You've already heard from both Amesy and EPR, but I want to kick it over to them and see how they've been doing going into this new year. Mm-hmm. We'll start it off with Amesy. I'm here with him in person. Amesy,
I'm over here. I'm drinking a Wisconsin lager for a reason. The Packers, an outstanding upset to the Cowboys. Actually would have been my pick if we recorded, but we didn't. No worries, not salty about it at all. No. But Packers destroying the Cowboys was a great way to start 2024. Feeling good in the betting region, feeling good in the beer region. What can I say? It's been a good year so far. Best on record, I'd say.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it, but guess what? It's gonna turn around.
It's going south soon.
But after this week, because I'm pretty sure we have very similar picks. So we're both gonna start really strong, and then Amesy's gonna fall off, and then I'm gonna pick it up and just
as much as I love like the title, I love the title Amesy, but you could also just call me the new leader. If you want, if it rolls off the tongue easier, you're welcome to just use that. It's just whatever's easier for you to say is what I want you to use. So, I'm here for the people. Whatever you guys want to say.
We will get into that. So hold your horses, Amesy. Let's hear from EPR. I want to hear about EPR before I hear about how fucking big your dick is or how loud the sound is when it hits the table.
Phillips head is doing great. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what I love...
EPR, tell us how you're doing without talking about your dick, please.
That's really easy for me to do.
You backed him into a corner.
Jeez. I loved hearing that it's a new year and we're all at 0 in terms of this year. So just so you guys are aware, this is my year, okay? I know you guys want to think what you think. That's fine. It's a new year, new me. I've got a new strategy. You'll never see it coming. But
quick question.
Yeah.
What interest rate loan did you have to take out on your house since you lost so much money and had to file for a second mortgage? I'm just wondering what interest rate you got.
That's very bold of you to assume I still have my house.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, I've become very familiar with salty. No, I also... I had a question actually for Big Mo. and it's really just to satisfy my 2024 to start it off. Can I get a real welcome? Like a real, Big Dick's Picks welcome?
Yeah,
Please?
I guess I can do it for you.
Just the
EPR.
word? Just the word.
Welcome!
Ah, satisfying. So
Oh,
satisfying.
yeah.
All right. Penis jokes don't seem too bad now, do they?
I loved that. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're good to go for 2024. This is going to be my best year ever, and I'm excited to just have a good time with the boys. So,
Oh yeah.
let's get into it.
We do have to at least talk about what happened last year, but very
Do we?
briefly.
Use whatever
Very
briefly. We can.
very
I guess we can talk about it. That's fine. I guess we can bring it up.
Why don't you fill us in on how the standings finished out for the year?
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it nice and light because Big Dick here will get a little too upset if we go into the real specific numbers. We're gonna save that for next week when we have a guest where he has to behave a little bit.
Fuck off.
That's the exact reason. So realistically, we're gonna start with number 1, which we have a new leader. We have a new leader. It's Amesy. He took first last with the last year with a win that was a plus odds win, and that just barely edged him out over the top. So that's probably why he's talking about his dick so much. If you haven't already picked up on that. But in second, a very close leader. It's all still neck and neck. We have the big bad Big Dick. Close behind, as always. You can't avoid seeing him in the mirror because his sheer size. But following up there in third, we have Big Mo. And as you could probably guess, I EPR him still in last. But that's going to change really soon because I have a new strategy that is pretty much foolproof and no one's going to see it coming. So there you have it.
A massive parlay that loses?
No, of course not. No.
Oh, okay.
I said I have a new strategy. New year, new me, Amesy. Okay.
Okay.
Have a little bit of faith. Okay. Well, what are we?
Why don't
what
we
are we
start
most?
off with the snake draft?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we most excited about going into 2024?
I am very excited for new year. For the snake draft, we're gonna do something a little bit different than we normally do, and I'm very excited for how it goes. Big Mo, as the architect of this idea, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty pumped for the snake draft as well. I think that the ashtray parlay has a fun take on it for the new year as well. So we're gonna try and keep our listeners guessing. None of the same shit going forward. So, make sure you guys are actually listening and subscribing. EPR, you know where we're at in terms of our Instagram followers?
Where are we?
We are at 87.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's getting close to triple digits.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you aren't following, help us get to triple digits. You can follow us on Instagram at Big Richards Picks. We're on Spotify and YouTube as well.
We talked about this in person. If we hit 100 followers, EPR is going to grow a mullet. So, you got that to look forward to on a completely, verbal and not visual podcast. But, he's going to do it.
And if we reach 1,000, I'll get a tattoo on my ass of EPR with a mullet.
Yeah. And I will not get a tattoo, but I'll be present when it gets done.
What do you do if we get to 10,000?
If we get to 10,000, I know
what he has to do.
Name my first child Richard.
Oh, no, I was going to...
Someone's going to have to tell my wife because I don't think she likes the name.
I've got a better one for you. You have to live stream a 12-hour nonstop viewing of you watching Blue's Clues.
Okay, first off, if I watch Blue's Clues for 12 hours straight, I'm having a fucking heart attack, and I'm not having that live stream. So
All right, don't lie to our audience starting off the year
but
like
you know
that.
what?
That's not
I'll
okay.
do a 12-hour stream of me doing trying to do jazz.
No.
No. Blues Clues.
Yep.
If we get to 10,000,
Dude,
followers, we will have money from our podcast.
I
rolling in.
honestly don't.
And guess
think I can
what?
take it.
Guess what that money's going towards? A defibrillator.
I was about to say towards my hospital bills. That's like 2 days in the. That's like 2 days in the
You
ER.
don't need a hospital. EPR and I are qualified enough to defib
Absolutely.
you and then put you right back in front of the screen. We're gonna keep
Oh my gosh,
resuscitating.
this sounds worse than the heart attack.
So hey, if you want to see that, get us
All right,
10,000
this is
followers.
not verbal consent, but I'll think about it.
It is.
I'll think about it.
No, you don't have to. We already thought about it for you. Congratulations.
He's a terrifying creature. I don't want to watch him for that long.
What is this snake draft that we have alluded to, Big Mo?
Oh man, we have quite the treat in for you guys. So different take here. So there's no guest. So if you guys listened to our Halloween special, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rely on each other's judgment and our goodwill.
A bit of a
if you
caucus.
might say.
A bit
yeah,
of a caucus.
a bit of a caucus.
Mhm.
And we will determine, based off of our opinion, what we think the most professionally trained PR coach is. So, let me give you the prompt to make it a little bit more sense. The prompt is each one of the hosts are going to be on the stand as head coaches in the NFL or any sport per se, but a head coach in a post-game press conference. The other hosts will be the reporters asking them questions, and it is the host's job that is the coach at that time to answer the question to the best of their ability. How do you guys feel? You guys
Whatever
feel
coach
like you're media
answers the
trained?
questions best is who wins. Not the question, who answers the questions
No,
best.
I thought my
Yes.
understanding was both.
I mean, you can.
I
I mean, I
think it's
guess.
both.
Yeah, it's how you do under pressure.
Yeah, it's the best trained PR coach.
Yeah.
Whoever can deal with the bullets, just like the coaches in Toronto for hockey or the coaches in Texas for football. Whoever can handle the pressure gets the job.
And just so
right.
so it's fair, since we aren't doing kind of like a drafting ways this time, we'll go Big Mo first.
As the
EPR
coach,
as the coach. EPR, you want second or you want third? What do you want?
As coach, I'll take second.
Okay, I'll go third, and then we'll go Big Mo again first, EPR second, me third. So
Yep.
not the normal wraparound.
Not quite a snake draft.
But it'll be two rounds. Each round, each coach gets 2 questions, one asked by each other,
And
podcast host.
as a little New Year's treat, we're actually going to let Big Dick ask a question to each one of us as well.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh my
damn
god!
Yeah.
okay. All right, I was okay.
They gave that guy access to the press conference.
All right, I thought we were gonna try and keep him out as much as we could this year, but that's fine.
You can't keep the man down.
Ugh. All right, Big Mo, step up to the podium first, then. EPR, you want to go first on a question? Or you want me to go first on a question?
Hey! I'm the coach.
Okay.
I'm the coach. I
All right.
choose the reporter. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. I'll begin taking questions. Why don't we start with you, EPR?
All right. Well, this one's for you, Coach Big Mo. Great game out there today. Excellent performance as usual. But reports show that all of your players are male. Why are you sexist?
Yeah, there's quite a bit to unpack there. So yeah, thank you for the question. First of all, it's a tough league. It's a tough league that we play in. All of these team members, that's what I call them. They put the work in every single day, and they show up to the facility, And we do not classify based on gender, here on this sports club. So I don't see them as male. I I see them as individuals, and I see them as valuable members to this team. And that's a big reason why we got the W tonight, and why we're gonna look back at some film and be ready to go next week, and not assess the other team based off gender, just assess them based off pure talent alone. So let's go to the next question.
Big Mo.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Big Mo.
Amesy. Yep.
Amesy here from TMZ. Going off that, quick follow-up. A photo of you shirtless recently got released, and it shows that your torso is actually just a big, thick neck all the way down to your waist. How did this happen, and why are your arms growing out of the middle of your big, thick neck?
Oh, man. You guys really aren't giving me any breaks here in this press conference. We just got a dub,
Answer the damn question. Stop bombing off, Coach.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been honest with anyone in my whole life, and ending my playing career.
Neckman.
And ending my playing career was really hard, and it's been a great escape, being a coach of this team, but it's really hard, because you don't get out there, you don't get reps with the boys anymore, or sorry, with the individuals. You don't get reps with them anymore. So, I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Okay.
He's tearing up to try to get out of the reason why he's a neck.
But it's I'm sitting there, I'm logging long hours, I'm in front of the computer screen. I'm not out there. I'm not exercising. This is a good mark for the youth of America. If you have a job where you're sitting every single day, you're sitting down, the most exercise that you're doing is standing up. The best thing that you can do is just get out and exercise. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how hard your day was. Get out and exercise. Don't become a neck like me. All right. I think that does it for questions. Thank you very much.
Not bad. That was pretty good.
All right. Good job, Coach Big Mo.
My heart is pounding, boys. That was a tough press conference. Holy shit.
Coach EPR. Coach EPR.
Yeah, let me step up to the podium here. All right. Taking questions. There looks.
Yeah, coach.
All right, fellas, settle down. Fellas, settle down. The really obnoxious one that asked questions earlier. You can go.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. I just want to know, do you have a current comment on the Israel-Palestine conflict?
Yeah, absolutely.
I currently see. Wait. I see you're wearing a yarmulke, but it says Muslims rule. This is a little confusing. Care to comment, Coach?
Yeah, so I actually chose this outfit today to bring attention to this situation. Our team is a team of fighters, and we all believe that working together is the best way to win. And really, that's the way we move forward with this whole conflict. Unless you bring attention in a lighthearted way where we can all agree about one small piece of the conflict, you're never going to find a resolution. So this yarmulke with Muslim inscriptions on it is really just an important statement to show that we're all in this together. And just like my team here and you guys here with us, it's the only way we can move forward. So thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
You in the back, the big one. Do you have a question, sir?
Hey, Coach. Big Mo here. Yeah, I got a question for you here.
Mhm.
Coach, your team has a worse record than your gambling record. Why don't you just bet against your team and make sure at least one thing wins?
So that's an excellent question. Security. Yeah. So excellent question here, and yeah, that one right over there. Really, I think your question's more pointed to why. Uh, what is winning? Really, that's the question we're asking here. What is winning? Personally, I think winning and playing with the team is all about overcoming challenge and adversity. And that's what we've done here today. Sometimes there are days where we don't win everything that we're hoping for. But in this situation, my record is doing just fine. We have a plan, we have a strategy. We've talked with the GM, and he agrees with the strategy. And that's why I have a contract extension coming here for another 3 seasons. So just keep that in mind that you don't always win every day, but in the long run, we have a strategy moving forward. So I appreciate your question, but yeah, I'm gonna have to say security. Yeah, that one right there.
Hey, Coach, I have a follow-up question for you here
No
something
follow-ups.
interesting.
No
Hey,
follow-ups. Sorry,
One sec,
taking no
one
long.
sec.
No
Hey,
more questions.
you said it's an amount of wins that you're hoping to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? 0?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with draft pick position, but yes, that is not exactly what we're aiming for. But we do have a strategy. We know we're in the rebuilding situation, and yeah, with that, no further questions. You've already asked 2, and security is clearly restraining you. So I think maybe you should follow them. No more questions. Thank you.
Well done, EPR. That was a good dealing with a pretty raunchy foe there.
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
done.
Nice media training, bud.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
All right, we're
Coach,
on to
Coach Amesy. Coach Amesy to the stand.
Thank you all for seeing me here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the portly one in the back. Is it Moses?
It's Big Mo. All right, thanks, Coach. I have a question for you here. I'm sure you've seen it recently in the news. Deion Sanders came out and said that you are the most default motherfucker he ever seen. How do you respond to this?
You know, when I'm building a team, you need a quarterback. You need a fullback. You need an offensive line, but you also need a secondary. And if you want an offensive line and you want a secondary, you gotta appeal to everybody. The fellas in Iowa, all the way to my brothers in Detroit. So it's the middle is the place to be. It's what results in success, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to win games.
Do you have a response to Deion Sanders?
My response is this, and you see him slowly lower sunglasses onto his head. That would be. had to paint a bit of a word picture there.
Coach, I have a question for you.
Yeah, the anorexic short man. Yes.
Yeah. So recently, reports came out saying Jordan Love wasn't actually loved as a child. Do you think it shows up in his game today?
If Love wasn't loved as a child, man, we should do that to all of our players because he is leading this team.
But is he leading the league?
He is leading the league as well.
No, he's not.
So whatever treatment he got as a child, we should kick that into motion, and maybe we'll have more 5-star just promising future stars in the league. That's completely agree with how he was raised. And I think we should learn from that and manufacture it and get a little bit more players. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Back to the top.
All right.
Oh my god.
Big Mo.
I'm loving this, by the way. All right.
Sir.
On to round
Sir.
round two. Here we go. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna start with taking questions from don't know your name. You look like a default white male.
That's me. That's me. Sir, congrats on the win. It was great.
Thank you.
I will point out a press release came out about a couple days ago. It said that you said, and I quote, Martin Luther King, more like Martin Luther King of this dick. I just want to know, what did you mean by this, and did you mean to release it on Dr. King's birthday?
Yeah. That's a great question. Honestly, it's an unfortunate turn of events. It was a closed event. I was unaware that there was press there.
But Coach, what was the context of you using this statement?
We were celebrating Dr. King, and we were all together, and we were really trying to just enjoy the day and be together and be united, and we were partying, and I am sincerely regretful of my comments, and it was taken out of context. We were in the middle of a team bonding event, and I tried to, raise the camaraderie levels, and it worked. It worked out great, and it's a big factor in why we were able to get the W tonight. And I think that if you were there, it would have not been as offensive as your headlines that you guys have been releasing.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
All right,
Coach, I got a question for you here.
Plan for one more question.
Are you sure? Are you sure that we don't? I was just talking with your associate, and he said two more questions, if that's okay. Yeah.
All right, for you, it better not be a tough one.
No. Very, very straightforward. So, Coach, again, thank you so much for your time here. Once again, great game out there. But earlier in the game, you dropped your clipboard, and we all noticed. We saw you wearing a thong, and we're just wondering why.
So I'm assuming you're not aware of the trend. Is that correct?
I don't believe so.
It's it's awareness for cancer. So you look like a real dick right now. So yeah.
I sincerely apologize. I was unaware and did not catch the memo. I'm gonna have to discuss that with my associates here shortly. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that. It's a really successful program. It's raised a lot of awareness. So I'm honestly kind of surprised that someone from your level of media would not know that. So I would highly recommend that you do that.
We're pretty new. Thank you. We appreciate any feedback.
All right, you said you had one more question. What is it?
All right, this one's for Coach Big Mo. If you could commit one crime without ever being caught, what would it be?
I would love to be able to talk about Dr. King however I'd like.
Sure was a crime.
Thank you. All right.
Go GPR.
All right, no more questions.
Go GPR. Go GPR.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, in the front row.
All right, let me just step back up on the stand here. All right, now taking questions.
In the front row. The front row.
Oh my gosh, there's always the obnoxious one. The one wearing the Green Bay jersey to literally not a Green Bay game. What is it?
That's me. Coach.
Yes.
So I noticed in a move of solidarity with your players, you recently, ran a couple of the combine workouts. Unfortunately, you tested with 6-inch hands, which is, really puts, small-handed Kenny Pickett, who had 8.5-inch hands, really into effect here. So with the 6-inch hands, Coach, how does this disability really affect you in everyday life?
Yeah, that's fair. So I know there's a lot of misconceptions about hand size, but just for all the other viewers here listening to this question, the combine he's referring to is the farming equipment that I use to harvest my crops. And there are some complications. I did have to have some of my players help me out because we were a little short-handed, no pun intended. But we did pull together as a team once again. They had a lot of free time because, frankly, we don't practice a whole lot. If you notice our record,
Coach,
no,
Coach,
sir, I'm not
well,
finished yet.
well,
So
I was just a little worried on you grasping things. The doctor came out with a report and said that your knuckles were so close together they thought it was actually just one. I was wondering, does this affect how you grip things?
It doesn't. In fact, it's pretty easy. Just ask your mother.
That's fair. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dad. I mean, Coach.
Yeah, no problem, son. The tall one in the back again. Oh no, there's one next to you. You got a question for me?
All right, this one's for Coach EPR.
All right, what do you got?
If you had to eat a common pet, would it be a cat or a dog, and why?
Honestly, we don't believe as a team and as an administration here. We don't believe that one is better than the other. Every animal has a purpose. So I'm gonna have to go with both because really you could make a stew, and that's probably the better option. So thank you. The tall one. Before we get into some really confused questions from the other reporters here, tall one. What do you got?
Finally, Jesus, I have such a good question, and I've had to go last. What the fuck?
Maybe a little respect would be appreciated.
How many knuckles is
Oh yeah, yeah. You want me to respect you?
Security's
You
already
want-
had
you
to security's already had to
you
give
want-
you one warning. Okay.
You want me to respect you, Coach? Yeah.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you respond to reports that while you were on the field, your name was listed in the Epstein flight logs going to the island 10 plus times? How do you respond to these allegations?
I had a lot of United flight rewards points, and I don't know a better place to use long journey flights. And it was an offer, and I was with some other celebrities, and there wasn't a whole lot to it. It was unknown at the time what was going on there. I was there because they make a really good mojito. So, really comes down to all my rewards points that I got from United, and I don't think there's a whole lot more that I have to explain about that. I think everyone wants a good deal.
Well, thank you for the headline, Coach.
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Amesy, Coach Amesy.
All right. Stepping up
to
the podium.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Coach.
Okay. I guess just
over
Yep.
here. Coach.
Yeah. The guy. The gangly ginger looks like he was pressed in a chocolate machine. Yes.
That was an accident. I just want to make that clear. Yeah, Coach. So we had a question here. It's been circulating around, but we're just wondering, what do you think about wearing socks during sex?
I feel like there's a few avenues you can go here. If I'm gonna be honest, being a human being, what are the two most important things? Reproducing and body temperature. A win-win if you do socks and sex there. So, it kind of kills two birds with one stone. A, you don't freeze to death, and B, you get to reproduce to the betterment of humankind. At least for someone with my betting record, not on my team's games, I'll obviously.
You are pro sock? Is that what I'm hearing?
I honestly, I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm pro sock. I'm even pro long sock. Um, you're just if you're going to be wearing those, ankle socks, you might as well be wearing nothing, and it's pointless. So, I want, at least, at least half a calf to be covered.
Pro sock. Understood. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, pro sock. Oh my goodness. It looked like the plush chair you were sitting in just stood up. I had, first off, sir, have you considered, vegetables? Secondly, what's your question?
Do you see how fucking fat I am? Do you think I consider vegetables?
That's true. The cause is lost. Anyways, sir, questions.
All right. Thanks, Coach. I do have a question for you here. In tonight's game, your team looked disinterested and lazy. How much of an impact do you think your the pregame speech had on the team, specifically the part where you pulled your dick out and said, "If Willie is here, have no fear"?
So
I had the same question actually.
First off, I did not know there were going to be cameras in that locker room. I'm going to be honest. Secondly, I was really trying to make a point. A flaccid dick does not win games. Just it doesn't matter how many socks you're wearing. If you're not hard, you're not going in. And I just wanted to make that point known to the subs. So, I may have gone a little graphic, but at the same time, I really only have one tone of voice, so sometimes I do have to, go to either charades, as they call it, or physical actions to show my words. And I really, thought that got the point across. It turns out it did not, and we did. I would say our performance was flaccid. And I'm really hoping to, have a bit of a Viagra boost before we play next week. So, that's I think that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. I'm rock hard.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Tip of the iceberg.
Let's go, team. Let's go, team.
Yeah.
I'm rock hard.
The man who looked like he was made of butter and clay in the corner.
All right, this one's for Coach Amesy. Why do you fucking suck so bad?
We may have covered this a little bit in previous questions. I'm working on I'm actually going to a fluctuation coach on tone. They're talking about changing how you say things, and apparently that'll affect the team. So, this is still obviously a work in progress. Hopefully, we can work on this before we kick the second half of our schedule. So, I'll keep you updated with my results.
Hey, we'd like to thank all the coaches for their time.
Oh man,
Pretty good.
that was pretty good. How are we going to judge this? I feel like we have to have the toughest questions as one of the criteria. Who do we think got the toughest questions?
Oh man, I don't know.
I might have to say that mine may be the toughest. I got a very no island and the Palestine conflict.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair to give you are the toughest.
I was like, all right, surely they're gonna give someone else something. Oh God.
You have to give me credit for answering the MLK question. Like, what the fuck?
Oh no, everyone had some tough ones. No question there. I think mine were probably the softest questions asked for everybody. I just wanted to hear some answers.
All right, let's go around. You can't rank yourself first, and we'll start in the order.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
fair.
have Big Mo go first. We'll rank the three, and then we'll move through the order. You cannot rank yourself first.
That's fair.
Why don't you just rank the other two?
Okay. Yeah. Just rank
just rank the other two.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, factoring in how tough EPR's questions were, I think I have to give the edge to EPR. So I'm gonna go 1 EPR, 2 Amesy.
Yeah, I was gonna go Amesy 1, Big Mo 2 for mine.
Well, this is unfortunate because I was gonna go Big Mo 1, EPR 2.
Okay,
All right.
so we have a tie then.
Yes, we do.
So, all right, let's think through this. Okay, who was the most media trained coach? Let's do the same ranking system. I'll start off. I'm gonna go EPR 1 again.
Yeah, I don't think I probably would have gotten some positive remarks.
I was gonna say media trained. I might go Big Mo, and then Amesy for that category.
Oh man, I think you guys are both good.
Amesy insulted me a lot answering questions. So
I was, definitely a little riled up. That little Arthur Smith in me, I was had a bit of an edge.
then
I'm
again,
gonna
Big
go.
Mo did too.
I thought you guys both did well. I'm gonna go Big Mo just because he had to answer the MLK question.
All right.
So I'm gonna go there, which would probably put him over the top.
All right. Do you guys have any other categories we want to do a vote on, or do we have a winner?
No, I mean, you had the second criteria. The first one was initially hardest questions, and we all had a three-way tie. I assumed that was the tiebreaker. But if we're going
what
by
did you
this,
think about the?
then we'll say
What
Big
do you
Mo.
think about this? What do you think about the small hands question, EPR?
Yeah, that might be another one. I felt like my answer was pretty clever, being a combine,
It was.
and we all had to work together.
Oh man,
I
I
don't
lost
know.
it reading the your knuckles were
I-
so close. The doctor said it was 1.
I'm quite biased in this situation, but I felt as a trained coach on the podium, I had the most composure with the answers. But yeah, I mean that obviously is.
I will take the award for the
factored
most
out of that.
creative question.
I mean, yeah, the fact that you got some of those questions, like not even the most media trained person can answer that. Like, yeah, you went to Epstein's Island. You're like, yeah, I got a good deal. I got some mojitos. Like, it's like, what else can you say?
That was what tipped me a little bit to Big Mo because he didn't actually say anything about not wanting to be on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, you're like, it was great. It was so
You flew
good.
there for the mojitos.
I went there so many times because of my points.
I was gonna joke and say it was a team building for the rest of the guys. But I was like, nah, that might be taken way out of context. Oh man!
All right.
I guess if we're gonna count that one against me, then I'll give it to I'll give it to Big Mo. But
Yep.
part of me wants to give it to Amesy. I'm not gonna lie. He was my first pick with the other category. I did like his questions a lot.
Thank you very much.
Well, I mean,
It's very
we
very
kind
tough
of
for
worked
me.
it out where we all picked someone as our number one. Like I
Yeah.
would say EPR is one.
It was a good round.
You know, Amesy says me, and then EPR says Amesy. So it's like, all right, we got to find
know.
some more
It was a good
categories here.
Well,
Yep.
do we want to get the picks, boys? We want to get the
Yeah,
picks?
we'll give that win to you, Big Mo.
All right,
Congrats.
I appreciate it, boys. That's it's one of many wins in 2024, as I already predicted. Call me Big Nostradamus.
No.
Big Mo problems, but not money because you keep going 1 for 3.
No, that would mean I do have money problems.
Well, that's the thing. More problems, not money.
All righty.
Okay, I'll lead us off as the I believe current leader. I just want to double check. Is that correct?
Yeah.
if you want to keep rubbing that in, yeah, technically
Okay,
speaking.
yeah, just double checking. Okay.
Okay.
Technically by winning the most
We're just
money.
thankful that you're
Okay.
so humble. That's
Yeah,
pretty much
I
all it comes
would
down to.
I would say I'm probably the humblest around, to be honest. And you know
Yeah.
what? Anyone more humble than me, I dare them to put it up.
Hold
you know?
on.
Oh fuck.
Hey,
Never-
Amesy, I've got another joke for you.
Yeah, what's up? Big
What's the
dick?
difference between a Green Bay Packers player and a dollar bill?
Packers players gonna have more because they fucking won.
You can get 4 quarters out of a dollar.
All right, okay. I mean, that's true. We only really had to play 3 quarters because we'd already wrapped up the win.
You say
But,
that. You say that before you face the Niners. Yeah, your
We're
confidence
probably
is out of this world, buddy. Out of this world.
I will say, if it does speak volumes, there is not a Packers pick in my picks this week. So that's all I'm gonna say because I want them to win.
I
but
think
I
if
did
you
not-
get
there's not a
humbled, you
pick.
need to make a public apology to both Big Mo and I for your cockiness.
Depends on whether or not I win all my bets. But
No.
anyways, going into them, I'm gonna start big here. My risky bet of the week is I am picking the Tampa Bay Bucks money line at plus 235 over the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
I honestly
Um,
would say I think that Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. Now they're both not good, but I think that Mayfield's better than Goff. I think Goff fades in big moments. I think they almost gave away that game. It was closer. It could have gone either way in the fourth quarter, and they won because of the Lions' defense and yards after catch, not because of their quarterback, and that's not really ever a place you want to be. So I'm gonna go Bucks. I don't think that Goff's gonna hold up to the pressure. Plus 235. I think it should be more, in the 3 points kind of, ballpark. So if you want to be safe, you could take the points for the Bucks because they get minus 6.5. But I'm going money line.
all right.
What do we think?
I think it's not likely to happen.
All right. That's honestly the best thing I could hear from my bet today.
Yeah, that's why I said
So, so appreciate the support.
You're very
Second
welcome.
here, we're going alternate spread, and I'm going Bills minus 6.5 at plus 173. So, the Chiefs are rightfully so getting a lot of respect because they're the defending champs. And Rashee Rice did look good last week, but I think that Jordan Poyer and the Bills secondary is going to show up this week. And I think there's a chance that they win big. So I'm going minus 6.5 at plus 173. Honestly, I besides the fact they won last year, I don't know currently if there's a position that the Chiefs have on offense that's better than the Bills. And I'm including Travis Kelce there because, he's got Taylor Swift fever. So that is my second pick.
Okay. I don't know enough about that one to say much, but Big Mo might.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a coin flip. I feel like it could go either way.
Yeah.
And what was the line? 6.5?
Well, I have alternate spread 6.5 for plus 173. I think it's currently like
Alternate
minus
spread.
2.5 Bills.
6.5 though isn't crazy. It's
But
you kind of lose the extra point there if it's an overtime winner. Like if they get the ball back and then score the touchdown, they're not going to kick the extra point. So not as much value in that, but at the same time, it's only a touchdown.
Even though
And
actually
it could go
this
either way.
year they might, because this year they have the new playoff
the
overtime
rule
rules.
changes. Yeah.
Well, no. So if let's say the Chiefs get the ball,
Yeah.
and then they don't score, the Bills come down and score.
Yeah, then it would be minus
then it would
6.
be
But if the
6
Bills get
and
the
bet
ball
wouldn't
first
hit,
and
yeah.
they score, they'll still kick the extra point.
Yeah.
So
I honestly could see it happening. I could also see it not happening at the exact same time. I feel like
it's plus 173.
It's a 50-50 bet,
Yeah,
but
I
plus
only-
173 is good odds. So
I do have one comment actually on it, and it's that Amesy said alternate spread. So
Hey,
do with
I
that
will
as you
say,
will.
in the last week,
Not
I
on the
am
pod.
1 for 1.
Not
did.
on the
He
pod.
did. Alternate
he
spread.
sent,
You
he
did.
sent me proof though.
I
send
did.
me-
know.
I hit the Bucks minus minus 9.5
I
bucks.
understand, but it wasn't on the
So
pod, and that's
if you
all I
taken
care about.
if you taken my overall record, I'm 1 for 16. But if you taken my only the last week, I'm 1 for 1 on alternate spreads. So, be with it as it may. And then my final bet, I'm going Lamar, anytime touchdown score. So, only counting if he runs it, not for passing. But for Ravens Texans, I think that the line is set very well. I didn't want to touch the line. But I think that there's a very good chance that Lamar goes off. It's sitting at plus 115 right now. I think that's actually a little bit higher than it should be. I think it should be like minus 110. Lamar's kind of, not had to do much in the last couple of weeks because they wrapped up the number 1 seed. So I really think that there's a chance that, he goes for a very big night. Now, whether or not they win or if it's close, I think it could be close. I need to watch more of the Texans defense, which, has been really, really good this year. But I definitely think that he'll be able to run one in. So I'm taking that at plus 115.
Okay, so all your bets are plus odds. Is that correct?
All my bets are plus odds. Plus 235 Bucks money
right.
line, plus 173 Bills alternate spread, plus 115 Lamar Jackson touchdown score.
Amesy, I like it. I like the I like the effort here to stay in the lead.
Yeah, I'm not just sitting on my laurels and picking all minus 130s or anything like that. I'm I'm going in.
Yeah, you're putting the heat on Big Dick here, and
Yep.
I think it's good. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we go to Big Dick since he's in second?
Second place.
I mean, I guess we could, unless you guys think he should just go last to round it out. Because, well, what do you think, Big Dick? Do you wanna tell us what you're going for?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, okay.
But he's just stone faced in the corner.
Yeah.
I think as he was finishing, he was smoking over there, so he wasn't paying any attention. All right.
All right. Yeah. Big, what you got?
What's
going on,
buddy?
So I actually have a story to share that directly relates to my picks. This
boy.
last weekend was freezing cold, as you all know. So naturally, I was staying warm, hanging out at my favorite bar, when a few guys told me smoking was bad for me and that I should quit. Naturally, I told them to fuck off and mind their own business, but they were extremely persistent, telling me that I can't smoke in here, blah, blah, blah. So I told them, how about you come over here and make me stop? Well, some Russian guy the size of EPR came up to me and smacked the dart out of my hands. That was his first and last mistake. I swept his leg faster than you can say Mr. Miyagi and brought my elbow down on him as he was falling. Before he could regain his composure, I gave him a kick that sent him dreaming of the motherland, and he was lights out. The other two did not take this as a deterrent and lined up to get their asses kicked next. One guy was at least 6 foot tall and pretty built, but it was clear to me he was soft. So I told him his accent sucked, but not as much as his mother did for me last night. And he immediately started crying and ran out. I was later told that he was South African, and that was apparently a pretty big insult in their culture. Who knew? That left the last guy, who actually stood his ground despite my intimidating stature. He gave me a few jabs, and even took a few, yet he didn't crumble. After we traded blows, and neither of us wavered, we gained a mutual respect for one another, and realized fighting over this was pointless. I invited him over to the bar, to which he agreed, and we shared a few rounds together. Before he told me he had to get home to his wife before she got mad. I held back calling him a loser, but he paid for the drinks, so I gave him a pass. Overall, it was a pretty crazy night.
Okay, wait.
I don't believe
You're supposed to make your damn picks. I didn't want to hear about your weekend.
I don't believe
What the hell?
any of that happened at all, Big Dick.
It all happened exactly as I described.
Okay,
I was
but
just going for Mike time.
do you have actual picks?
Well, as it turned out, the first guy I destroyed was Movsar Evolov, and if I beat him that easily, Arnold Allen will have no trouble at plus 160 odds.
Okay,
The guy I insulted is apparently fighting some guy named Sean Strickland, who's an American, so as long as that guy insults the other's mother, he has an easy victory in hand. I guess the odds on that match is minus 130.
Okay.
And lastly, I decided to place an overbet on the matchup between Neil Magny versus Mike Malott in honor of my new drinking friend I made. I have that matchup going plus 2.5 rounds for plus 145 odds.
I feel like I just heard one giant joke.
Big Dick, this sounds like a lucid dream like the one you had in the hospital a while ago. I don't know if this really happened.
Yeah, I
Well-
know you're a pretty big dude, so if they were tiny, maybe you kick their ass. But I've also seen you suck down an entire carton of darts in 3 minutes and chug like an entire case of PBR. So I have no idea how good.
Also, I don't know how
fighter you
good
might
you're
be.
gonna be fighting when your one hand's always gotta have your big bottle of barbecue sauce. You know, so
I don't know if
maybe you
I don't
put
think
that
he
on-
carries that everywhere with him. All right.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fair.
That's yeah, well, to me it's like let's discuss his picks really quick though. Outside of his elaborate story, he did seem to have reasons for his picks. It's I don't know as much
they
about
seem like reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know as much about fighting either. You know,
That's
I
Big
watched
Mo's
a lot of
territory.
football. I watched a lot of football last weekend, and you know, I wanted my wife to not leave me, so I couldn't watch anything else.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I honestly like all three of the picks. Duplessis is scary, but at the same time, so is Strickland. So
Is he
I
the
like that
South
one.
African that's going to have his mother insulted?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. You know, Magny versus Malott. I don't see it being a knockout early or tap out early. I think both those guys are in good shape. So
So
I mean, over 2.5 isn't crazy, but at the same time, I could also see that one not happening. I'd say that's about as likely as Amesy's Bills, spread bet.
okay. Okay.
Very likely.
Well,
Okay.
And
he
then,
did say that was because of his drinking buddy. So
Yeah,
he picked it
I
purely
mean-
on that, which
Well, I guess we'll see if
see.
Big Dick is honest.
It's a
you
gut
know, and
decision,
If
and
they
he's
really
gonna-
did go blow for blow.
He's a gut decision maker, and you know he's got a big gut,
yeah,
so
it's very large.
you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that helps.
Yeah,
Fuck
and
you.
Arnold Allen, there's value. There's value in that bet. It's that one is less likely than if you were comparing it to NFL betting. It's less likely than the Bills spread, but at the same time, it's I can see it happening. Anything can happen when you step in the ring. I've lost bets that were minus 500, and you think it's a locked in bet, and the guy gets knocked out, or he breaks his leg, or gets choked out, or there's a zillion different things that can happen in the UFC. So there's value in all three of the bets. Honestly, I like all three.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Big Mo's back in Big Dick's picks for the week, despite his repulsive nature. So that says a lot. Says a lot. I'm not super happy that he beat the shit out of a guy, allegedly, and compared him to me. I just want to throw that out there. Wasn't
That's
super
fair.
pleased about that.
No, EPR is a young, strapping lad. That would not happen to him.
But at the same time, it also perfectly painted a picture of how easily he dominated this guy.
Thank you. Appreciate that. On that
No
note, how about
problem.
you give us your picks, you dick?
I was laughing so hard when he said that, so I had to get a jab in too.
I'm glad you liked it.
Oh man. Well, so I do have a bet that is lining up with Amesy. So
Oh boy.
Well, that's
if
a
you've been
great,
listening,
a great sign.
it is. And if you've been listening since the very beginning, that's why I said Amesy's gonna start off really, really hot,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just gonna cool off.
Is that why you guys are in a room together?
Oh.
Because you took it literally.
Yeah.
I was
when
about
you
to say
said
that's
get a
kind of
room?
like Alabama against Michigan, except they didn't even start off really hot. Michigan just won.
All right.
Hey, that was a great game. It ended in overtime, so eat my ass.
Anyways, I love the pick. What is it?
So I am also feeling this underdog. I am now
That's creepy.
an anti Detroit Lions person, as well as Amesy. Amesy's from Michigan. He doesn't even like the team that's in his home state.
Very
So,
easy to do when they're the Lions.
yeah, I mean, watching that game, they're booing Matthew Stafford coming out of the tunnel. Like, really?
Unacceptable.
Yeah, you're gonna boo this guy? Like, come on. So after that, I'm anti-Lions. I'm going Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Exact same odds as AMZ, plus 235. I think that there's a chance of this bet cashing. It's similar to Oklahoma versus
yeah.
Texas earlier in the year, where there's a ton of value
Very good
for
value.
a very close matchup. So I can also see the Detroit Lions winning this game, but it's going to be close. And you know what? I love locking in bets that have good value. So
Yeah.
starting off the new year, I'm getting at least one value bet into my 3 picks.
I don't want to say this out loud, so I don't get a little too excited. But do you think Baker Mayfield channels TOM? If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, Tom.
No, don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!
He's coming.
I think it's more, I think he is just good enough with the pieces they have around him. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, feeling good about it.
All right.
They're fired up too, and honestly, that's kind of where our snake draft idea came from. I don't know if you guys saw it, but a reporter asked the Bucks head coach how they were going to prepare for the cold weather in Detroit. He's like,
don't they play in a dome?
we're in a dome, so nothing.
Are you serious? That's what he said? Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
I bet that reporter was Amesy asking his questions.
Hey, my questions were great.
I actually was shocked, Amesy, that you didn't ask us what our favorite childhood cartoon was as a trap.
I was thinking about it, but I had to get an MLK, so
That's the only reason I didn't pick you as the overall winner. If you did that, guaranteed. Didn't matter. You had my vote. All right, Big Mo, what's the rest you have?
All right. For my second pick, I don't know if it's just because I'm in a room with this guy or that I work with him or what, but I feel like the pack is just infesting my brain and my veins, and I feel like they're gonna win, honestly, but I'm not that confident that they're gonna win, but I am confident that it's gonna be a close game. I didn't play football at a high level. I played hockey. But I did play football growing up, and I'm just going to use, my knowledge from hockey to kind of base the next 2 bets here. And that's based off of, if you're the team that's hot, you're the team that just got a big dub, you're the team that's been playing, you're the team that's been getting all of your starters reps and keeping them sharp, you're in mid-season form. If you take multiple weeks off with your starters, you could have the best players in the world. It takes a little bit of time for a team and athletes to get up to speed and be where they want to be, get back to that midseason form. And so I'm taking the Green Bay Packers plus 9.5, and the line is at minus 108. So I think that it's going to be close. I think that San Francisco is a much more talented team, but the rest is going to be, what hurts them early off. And I think the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to run up the score a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, the San Francisco 49ers come back. Probably. But it's not going to be over 10 points.
Fun fact, the Dallas Cowboys had 7 All-Stars. The Packers had 0.
Can I just say one thing based on my NFL knowledge here? Despite the great pick, whatever that might be, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Packers' run defense hasn't always been the best, at least this season. And arrested CMC sounds terrifying if I were looking at this bet. That's just my view. It could be absolutely a close game, but CMC could also put 300 yards on them by himself, and it could become a joke. So
I don't want
I
to
just
put it
want
all
to
in
pump
one
the brakes
person.
for a second and say, hey, there's
I don't
maybe
want to
not
put it
a
all
lot
in
of
one
value.
person, but I think that a lot of it relies on if Jair Alexander's healthy because he's currently questionable with an ankle injury that he's been dealing with. And when we're able to put Jair kind of on an island, and bring help elsewhere, our defense is a lot better than when we just have to run traditional with two very okay to below average corners.
So
So,
a guy
you
with a
know,
bum ankle against a guy who breaks ankles. I like the matchup.
no, it's if
I
his
like that you like them.
yeah.
I like how I'm
He's
used
not-
as the reason to not go for it. I'm just giving
You
my
know what?
unbiased opinion here, okay?
You know what, EPR? I love going against your unbiased opinion.
I know you do. I know you do.
Speaking of your unbiased opinion, what do you got?
Well,
Hey, it's still mine, buddy.
it's not.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
oh.
say he's been dragging this out for an eternity, so he still has one.
I know. All right, so going off the same thing that I was just talking about, the team that's rested might not be as sharp as the team that just played. I'm going with the Houston Texans plus 9.5 at minus 110 odds against the Baltimore Ravens. I know it conflicts with one of Amesy's, but that's just the start of Amesy's decline and Big Mo's just ascension
Hey,
to
Texas.
glory and to being remembered forever as the greatest gambler to ever grace Big Dick's picks.
First off,
Could be.
call him it a bronze medal. Over there, Mister Third Place. Third place sounds really great until you realize it's out of 4.
Buddy, I'm like 1 week away from you. I can catch you this week.
Okay, 1 for 3. Either ways, you know what? I'll be rooting for that. I'd like Texans to win as long as Lamar gets a rushing touchdown. I'd love to see that. CJ Stroud move to the next round. That'd be cool. By the way, my futures pick catched on the Texans, but never mind.
Right on. That's true. Futures one landed.
Yep.
That's true. First futures of the year.
Technically last year, right? But yeah.
Technically last year, you are indeed correct.
Yeah. Yep. I am. Typically.
EPR.
EPR.
What do you got?
So I'm gonna keep
I'm
this short and
excited to hear
sweet,
the new
unlike
strategy.
the other two here who took like 35 minutes to say their picks. It's a new year. It's a new me, and with that, my strategy has changed. It's changed in a way that is going to guarantee results. And that's bigger parlays, because the problem I was having earlier was that the odds weren't big enough. Even if they won,
I guessed this earlier.
even if they won, they
swear
weren't
I
going to
guessed
put
this
me like
earlier.
strongly into first. So let me just lead off with the one that has some games currently going, and that's a 6-pick parlay. We've got over 50.5 points in the Green Bay San Fran game. I think that's going to be a higher scoring game. I think I could see it. We have the Bruins versus the Avalanche. Bruins to win. They already did. We have the Lightning versus the Wild. The Lightning won. So that one hit. We have the Leafs to win against Calgary. The Leafs are up 4-2. Oh, are you guys shaking in your boots? I can hear it. So 3 of them have
My
hit.
boots
or
are
close.
soundly
They
on the
haven't hit.
ground.
2 of them have hit, I should say. And a third is looking good. And then we have the LA Kings to win against the Predators. That is currently 0-0 right now. And the Canucks to beat the Coyotes. And that is currently 0-0. So there's the first one. And those odds, what's that? Plus 2,356. So let's go. Let's ride.
My hand is so
down your
still,
pants? I
could
bet it is.
perform
All right.
surgery. My hand doesn't need to be down my pants because my
Amesy,
dick's on the table.
You should put that away. That's disturbing. My second pick, which doesn't rely on Amesy's view at all, because I frankly don't care about it. His ego is large enough to fill the room he's in, which is saying something, because Big Mo's in there, so he already takes up enough room. My second pick here is an 8-leg parlay, and we've got the Bills to win. We've got the Lions to win. Sorry, Tampa isn't gonna do it. They looked good for a little bit. Yeah, they've pulled out some wins, but this is the Lions' year, okay? Get it through your heads. And I'm just saying that because not everyone can pick the freaking Buccaneers in this week. That's just so lame. I've got the Packers to actually cover the spread of 9.5.
All right. I knew I liked EPR.
Yeah, now you say something nice. You're such a dick. The reason I did that is pretty obvious. I do think it's going to be a hopefully high-scoring game, but I think 9.5 points is pretty wide, and I think the Packers can at least keep up somewhat. It could be a terrible blowout as well. Who knows? And then I've got the Ravens to win. I think the Texans have shown every time they've had big wins, the next week has not quite gone their way in the same capacity. And I think the Ravens have been kind of underrated through the rest of the year. And Lamar is looking pretty good. So, and then the last 4 legs, I actually took some, you're laughing because we were only halfway through. I've got Jillian Robertson, UCF fights here to win. I have Jasmine.
UFC, buddy.
Yeah, UFC. I went for him because you know why? There's not enough sports for me to put large parlays together. I had to mix it up. So we went with the women's UFC. We have Jasmine, and I don't even want to say her last name, but I think it's Jasu Davicius. I'm sure I butchered that. I don't even want to say it.
The man's out here betting on figure skating at 3 a.m. in the morning.
I wish I was. We have Mike Malott. That one you've already heard. I actually agree with Big Dick on that one. I think he wins. And then we have Malcolm Gordon. I have him winning.
A household name.
It is a household name in this household. And those odds are plus 1,698. Erase my debt, 2024, starting strong, all right? And for the last pick, I'm just getting nothing but laughs in it. I will say it could hurt my feelings if I cared, but I don't.
While EPR is making his pick, just pull up the Instagram photo.
You know what? Pull up the Instagram photo and subscribe while you're at it, okay?
That's true.
Do that.
How about you do that?
If you don't do it, EPR will haunt your dreams.
Yeah, I will raid all of your chips because I need them. The last one, we've got a 6-leg parlay here. We've got the Vancouver Canucks to win against the Coyotes. We have over 6 goals in the Rangers-Knights game, currently at 1. Not awesome. We have over 6.5 in the Kraken-Oilers game. It's currently tied 3-3, so already 6 have scored, and it's close to the end of the second. So that one's looking solid. Oh, 2 goals. Never mind. Vegas just scored again. That one's looking much better now. And we have the Ravens to win, the 49ers to win, and under 48.5 points in the Bucks-Lions game. So those odds are plus 1573, the lowest of the 3. But they're all currently on track. Just like to point that out.
I really hope one of those hits so that your mom loves you again.
Me too, Big Mo. It is all contingent on that. So
hey, I'm a big fan of George Johnson or whatever that guy's name was.
Big Mo, let me just ask you this, since the ego of Amesy has grown beyond what we could comprehend. If one of those hits and I pull in front of him in 1 week, how much do you think he cries?
I don't think he cries. I think he goes into his garage with the door closed and starts his car. I think there's no way that we record another pod.
I think there's a higher chance of suicidal ideations than tears, if I'm going to be honest.
That is exactly what I was hoping for. Perfect. All right. Yep. So yeah, if you're still on Team EPR, go ahead and tail those bets. I know you're itching to as a degenerate. So there you have it. There's all our picks. Go ahead and listen to this back as many times as you want. We did not post them to the Instagram this week because honestly, you guys haven't hit 100 yet for us, and we're kind of fighting back against the system. So
that's true. Do it for Big Mo's tattoo.
Yeah.
Fuck the power.
And my mullet. So
and EPR's mullet.
Yeah. And if you keep that trend going, you already know what Amesy has to do. So
and Amesy's Blue Clues nightmare.
We're gonna give him a bunch of acid, and he's not gonna know about it too.
All right, Canucks are up 1-0, boys.
I'd be
Let's go.
so cold
Nice.
sober.
Nice.
Let's
I
go.
actually I am genuinely hoping that one of yours hits you.
I
It would
am
be
too.
good for the pod.
It would be good. It would be good
Especially
for
if it was the
pod.
one with plus 2,356 odds.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
That would be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that brings us to one of the most important parts of this entire podcast, which is the ashtray. But before we get into that, I actually have an announcement, and I haven't told anyone about this yet. And
Oh, God.
no.
Drop
This
your penis off.
it is nothing that Amesy does in public, I promise. There's a reason
I don't chop mine off. I'm too. I like displaying it too much.
He shaves it. He doesn't chop it off. He shaves it.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with a monthly prescription to Manscaped. Okay.
prescription. Man,
not
what
that
are you
kind of
getting?
Subscription.
Not that kind of shit.
Subscription and prescription.
He's
I don't want to talk about it.
We figured it out, Big Mo.
Amesy-
He's taking medication for it. We knew it.
Amesey's 2024 goal is to shave his dick completely off in public.
The Phillips head has had a tough month.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
If we get 20,000 followers, Amesy will shave his dick off in
No,
public.
no.
No. That's not fair. That's not fair.
It's
I
like one
won't
of those
support that one.
Instagram videos that just it goes too far, too
100,000
fast.
100,000 followers, Amesy will shave his dick off.
No mutilation. No mutilation. He just has an
I
even
like-
longer Blues Clues marathon. It adds to it.
I love your parlays. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and we come in dressed as Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh,
We
Yes.
shave his dick off.
Oh my
Actually-
gosh, why do we have to get
Big
there?
Mo, I know what I'm going for as
Steve's
Halloween
Raiders.
this year. I'm gonna go as
Oh,
Steve.
I'll go as Blue.
No,
guess.
I think you should
I'll
go as Steve as
home 'cause
well.
I don't want to. I'll go home because I don't want to fucking deal with that. So
You have to see
Fun
us.
story.
All right.
Fun story. My boss in college actually partied with Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh my
fun
gosh.
story. I'm an adult and I can just buy $5 worth of candy at Target and sit in my room and cry instead of going out and seeing your terrifying costumes.
You could do that. You sad, sad man. Well, do you guys want to hear this exciting news that I have?
Yes.
I will love
yes.
to hear it.
So I was playing some hockey last night, and as you know, it's pretty cold, right? And got outside, and Big Mo knows him, but Squirrely, right? We're walking by, avid smoker, walks by, literally in an ashtray, grabs a full fucking dart. out of the
No
ashtray.
way.
Yes.
Wow. Squirrely?
Yes. Out of
Oh,
the
we
ashtray.
gotta get him on.
Out of the
We gotta get him on the
ashtray. Okay. So let me just say it literally happened before my eyes. So the good juju's out there right now. All right. So
Oh.
let's get fired up, boys, for the
Oh.
ashtray. Okay.
Oh.
That's insane. To
Oh.
me.
Oh. Squirrely pulled a dart
All
out
right.
of an ashtray.
Being in the same room as him, I just put away my dick. He's getting too aroused.
Yeah. It's because you realize yours is
Oh.
smaller. How about you tell everybody what the ashtray is all about, Big Mo?
All right. Well, you know what, boys? Before I get into the ashtray, this ashtray is not for the weak-minded. This one is for the risk taker. And if you have an issue with taking risks, make sure you guys call the gambling hotline. It's okay. It's okay to call them. It's okay if you say that you have a problem. If it becomes a problem, make sure you call them. That's 1-800-522-4700. That's the gambling hotline. Give them a call if you have an issue. But if you do have an issue, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you turn the podcast off right now, because this upcoming ashtray parlay is only for the brave. It's only for the risk takers. It's only for the people that are never satisfied. And if this is your first time listening, you already got a little hint into what we've been talking about with this ashtray parlay. Just imagine Just imagine you're squirrely. Imagine you're walking through a park with EPR in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden you just start fiending, just absolutely fiending for a dart. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna go to the gas station. The gas station's miles and miles away. There's an ashtray right there. And maybe, just maybe, if you look and you dig deep into that ashtray, you're going to find that one unsmoked Marlboro. And that's exactly what I have here for all of you listeners at home. This one is not letting the losers take advantage of what every winner in the world has built. It's not the participation trophy. It's not the easy one. It's not the calm, boring, default Amesy. I had to look at him.
No comment.
This one is for risk takers. And this week, this ashtray parlay is the over parlay. Because life is too short to bet the under. Life is too short to look at a new year like 2024 and say, I'm going to lose as many bets as EPR lost in 2023.
Hey.
I'm going to... You can't do it. You got to think, I'm going to win every single bet that I'm doing because I'm a risk taker. And betting the over is a risk. That's exactly what I put together for you guys. It's a 13-pick parlay. We have a bunch of overs, so I'm just going to crank through it here. Starting off, we're going all NFL, and then we're shifting into the UFC for the fights on Saturday. But starting off, we got the Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens over 43.5. Then we got the Packers and 49ers over 50.5. Then we got the Bucks and the Lions over 48.5. Oh, guess what? It's the Chiefs and the Bills. What do you think it is? Over. It's the over. Yes, it's the over.
All
Fucking
over.
right, it's the over. It's the over 45. Then we're moving into the UFC. Guess what? Strickland and Duplessis over. It's the over. Yeah, guess what? It's the over. It's over
I
2.5
couldn't have guessed.
rounds. Then we're going to Pennington versus Bueno Silva. What do you guys think it is?
The over?
It's the over.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Then we're going to Magny versus Milan. What do you?
It's got to be the under.
Who do you
It's
think
got
it
to be
is?
the under. It's got to
The
be.
over?
Oh my God, EPR.
Just kidding. It's the over, right?
It's the over. Over. It's the over. It's over 2.5. Then we're going to Curtis versus Andre Barrow. Guess what it is?
Over.
The over. It's over 2.5 rounds. Then we're going to Arnold Allen and Masvar Adlian. Over 2.5. What do you guys think the next one is? You think it's another over bet?
No.
It's gonna be.
It's over. Guess what? It's over. It's over 2.5. And it's Katona versus Arnfield. Then we're going over 2.5. Jourdain versus Woodson. Then over 1.5. Saidi versus Taveras. And then the final leg over 2.5. Robertson versus Viana. Let's fucking go.
I knew about 10% of those names, and I'm so in. This is obviously gonna hit.
I knew
Obviously.
over a quarter of those names.
As big Mostradamus, I did foresee Squirrely pulling a full dart out of that. So I also foresee this one cashing, boys.
I think it's going to go over, and we're all going to have our banks overflowing with cash.
I'd say I'm pretty overconfident on this. You know,
as you should be.
I just finished watching the classic movie Over the Hedge. And just watching that, it made me really think
You
that
would name a
you know,
children's movie.
Well, first off, that I wanted to drive across Covert Dam, but
You need to stop, Amesy.
after that,
Buddy, you're reaching. You're reaching.
Yeah.
reaching over what?
I think your
If you
podcast
were-
career is over. You-
Your coaching career is over.
Get off the stand.
All right, I'm out.
This press conference is over.
Is over.
All
All right,
shouldn't
I
have
love
started
it.
this.
I love it. All right, everybody take it. Let's take over the internet and take over the sports books and
And support your new overlord, Big Mo.
let's all get those darts, boys. Okay?
Let's get those darts. Come on, boys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
darts, boys. Let's go.
as we wrap things up here, and get final thoughts, do we have any other futures? We mentioned one is hit. Do we have any new ones we want to add?
No.
I don't have one yet. I'm cooking up another one right now, but I've got a reputation to uphold at this point, so I got to make sure it hits. But I've got one in the pipeline.
I do have an update for one of my futures bets.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking bad.
Bedsy.
He's
He
back.
was leading all rookies. He just got on the ice, and is he in the lineup?
He is. I don't know about the lineup, but he's
He's on the
He's-
ice.
he's
at
skating
least.
again.
He's not in the lineup, but he's missed a lot of games. I have the over 69.5 points. Not looking good. But hey, hopefully he gets back soon, and wishing a speedy recovery to you, Connor Bedard, if you are listening, which I know you are.
Also, the
Yeah.
Coyotes scored.
Yeah, I know.
Coyotes.
Yeah. They tied it up. That's okay. That's okay.
But I feel strong.
No, yeah, it
Canucks
doesn't
are coming
bother
back.
me at all. Doesn't bother me at all.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we did our futures. Are we going to do butt of the week?
Yeah, you guys absolutely can start that off.
I'm going to go with a classic. So I will start it off. I've done this butt of the week before. It's the easiest. It's the easiest butt of the week, and that's going to be Big Dick for no longer being the Big Dick on the podcast. Cheers to Amesy for finally dethroning
Cheers!
the overlord that has reigned just complete fascism on this podcast
Go fuck
for
yourself.
eternity. And now we finally have light at the end of the tunnel.
Big
we know
Dick's not even the biggest dick. He's just a dick of his own.
he's just Richard now. He's just Richard.
He's just Richard.
We have completely gotten rid of the aura around Big Dick and proven that the lunatics can run the asylum. So, you know what? Cheers to Amesy. Here's to a quick start to 2024
2024.
and a quick decline for Amesy and a big incline for Big Mo. So let's go, boys.
I like how I get none
All
of
right.
that love. All right. Just left
I've
out of the
gotta-
conversation. I appreciate that.
I did not make you the butt of the week. You should be thankful.
I was about to say. I got a butt of the week as well. It's not EPR.
Thank
My butt
you.
of the week is going to be people who don't shovel their sidewalks. So, it's been out here in Colorado, it's been snowing a lot. A common courtesy would be to shovel your damn sidewalk, because some people go walk in that weather. And it's the least you can do. So, whether it's part of your HOA or not, if it's snowing, shovel your sidewalk, show your community some love.
Not everyone is stuffing their face with cheese curds and walking outside in negative 20 degrees.
I was about to say.
We're not all from the fucking Midwest.
Personally, I don't have to shovel my sidewalk because I can just pay for it with all my fucking winnings. but for others who don't have that luck, please shovel your sidewalk. Be a good member to your community.
No, I will not be doing that. Sorry. Yeah, that's a fair one, but why don't you just be a kind human being and do it for them? How do you know it's not an elderly person Amesy, huh?
I don't even do it for myself. Again, I use my winnings. But if it was an elderly person, let me know, and I'll put you in on the the winnings I get after the Bucks cash this week.
Got it.
EPR, did you shovel for Stephen Hawking while you're on Epstein's Island?
I would prefer
He
if
was
you.
too busy drinking mojitos and not doing anything else. I'm
He's
sure.
getting a good deal.
That's
Nothing with
that's Coach
nothing ever
Coach
dicey
EPR
goes
to you.
well with nothing ever dicey goes well with alcohol. You know, I'm sure nothing else happened on that island.
No, yeah, nothing at all. Nothing at all. And it would be wise to keep your mouth shut, Amesy.
By the way, speaking of which, Josh Giddey just made a 3-point jumper for the Thunder. Did you see him while you were on the island?
All right, so it's going to my butt of the week now, and it's gonna have to go with Amesy. Yeah, I'm changing it. Amesy's now my butt of the
Why?
week because he is a dick, and he's getting overconfident because his cheeseheads won a game. Oh, so shocking. Crazy. You beat the team that literally folds every year in the playoffs. What a surprise. Not really that big of a win. Get over yourself. You're going to get humbled this week. And
Jetter.
yeah. Do you hear this, people? This is what we have to deal with on like a daily basis. So, yeah, you're the butt of the week for me, bud. Okay? Get humbled.
All right. We'll see. We will see. We're fighting the Giants.
See. Yeah, we will see. Yeah, you're not playing the Giants. That just goes to show how little you know.
Well, the Giants of the NFL. The Giants are
that's
not
a different
actually
team.
the Giants of the NFL.
Yeah, you're playing the 49ers.
The Giants of the NFL.
Yeah, that is a team in New York.
Actually, I will say I do know because I did have Christian McCaffrey. I know Big Mo did as well on our fantasy team. So it is a little bit of a hard heart that I have to take down the pillar of my fantasy team this last year. So that will be tough, but I think we're gonna do it. Cheese is strong.
I sincerely think you should go check with a psychiatrist. So. Yeah, you're about to get your cheddar sliced.
No, we're more
he needs to check with a pathologist because this Packer envy is just filling everyone.
We're gonna be a hard cheese. We're gonna be more of a Lindenberger and less of a Brie. We're gonna be a hard cheese this game.
All right. Well, on that note, leaving cheese out of the rest of this conversation, I think we can probably wrap things up there. Don't you agree, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good
Awesome.
pod, boys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you all as we return weekly on Fridays. This will be released on Fridays. So if you've made it to the end here, hey, how about you leave us a little feedback and tell all your friends. We know you might have a couple somewhere out there, more than Big Dick has. So maybe tell your friends to subscribe and add to us or add to our Instagram page, okay? Maybe do that if you love us. And if you don't, just do it literally so we can make Amesy watch Blue's Clues for 24 hours straight.
That's fucking terrifying.
That's what I was going to add. Yeah. Just do it so that Amesy dies.
Or at least
All right.
wishes he was, yeah.
You know what? that got a little, over what it should have been.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right, boys. Let's call it. All right.
See ya.